We heard earlier about a man of loose morals called Indra, and of his affair with the Queen Ahalya. And their love, though, was so great that it survived torture, curses, and their ultimate death. And it survived through further reincarnations. Vasistha asked Brahma, "Lord, how is it possible that the sage's curse affected Indra's body and not his mind? If the body is non-different from the mind, then the curse should affect the mind too. Kindly explain to me how the mind is not thus affected, or that it is affected." So we've been hearing that that mind is non-different from matter, and the divisions between inert and sentient don't apply. And this is when the Yoga Vasistha can't quite follow through, and this certain Hindu teachings have to be preserved. And one of these teachings is tied in with the tradition of asceticism, whereby the mind conquers the body. The mind does have to conquer the body, but not in the sense of through willpower. The mind has to let go of notions of the body, because the body is only a notion. But this is completely distorted in the teachings of asceticism, which I think it should be quite obvious that this is what's happening in the Yoga Vasistha. It's actually distorting its own teaching here for the sake of preserving this the teachings of asceticism, whereby the mind reigns supreme. The Creator Brahma replied, "Dear one, in the universe, from Brahma to a hill, every embodied being has a twofold body. Of these, the first is the mental body, which is restless and which acts quickly. The second is the body made of flesh, which does not really do anything." So here we are, we've got a problem straight away. We've got this division, we've now got this duality, and this is the Advaitic teaching on non-duality. So this is a different teaching creeping in here. The second is the body made of flesh. There is no physical body. The physical body is only a notion. It is not, if you bring your attention right back to itself, all there is the field of experiencing, which comprises of what we call sensory images. That's like one classification, or mental images. But we don't even need to make that classification. If what I'm saying about the body being only a notion seems a bit far-fetched, then have a little look into headlessness. There's some videos on YouTube on headlessness. This relates to the work of Douglas Harding, who wrote a book called On Having No Head, and it's quite obvious if you read what he's saying that the head is only a notion. The idea of the idea that you've got a head is only that, it's an idea. There's no direct experiencing of a head. But here the body is being given a concrete reality, and it's in contrast to the mind. So it's saying the second is a body made of flesh which does not really do anything. Of these the latter is overpowered by cursors and also by boons or charms. It is dumb, powerless, weak and transient like a drop of water on lotus leaf. And it is entirely dependent upon fate, destiny and such other factors. And this is direct contradiction to what was being said in chapter 91. There's this division into sentient and inert is not a real division. But here it's been talking about as if it is real. That the body is in fact inert. When this mind confidently engages in self-effort, then it is beyond the reach of sorrow. Whenever it strives, then and there, it surely finds the fruition of its striving. So there's a great teaching here on mental self-empowerment, powers of the mind and all this. And this might be what you're actually looking for, and that's fine. There's no doubt that the mind, through its own convictions and so on, can achieve great things. So I suppose we could just regard this section as a teaching on the power of the mind. But it is just a teaching, and there's nothing wrong with developing the mind, just as there's nothing wrong with developing the body. You look after your body and you look after your mind. But we mustn't get caught up in the belief that these things have some kind of independent reality.